as we all have come to know, certainly has a way of surprising us. Out of the ordinary, extraordinary things happen. Now, they could be filled with joy in some instances, sorrow, then in others, we are left lingering. It was a crisp December morning that this particular visit would be the prologue to what would forever change my very existence. I recall leaving her office with a label as one of the statistics. My gynecologist had proudly congratulated me. Puzzled, I thought, me, a pregnant teenager? Hello all. A turning point in my life was when I found out that I was expecting. Getting pregnant is typically a joyous time in a woman's life. However, depending on the circumstances, pregnancy to a teenager, on the other hand, could bring mixed emotions. Some might say teenage pregnancy is not newsworthy. It's common enough that society does not make an issue of it. Learning that I was having a baby when I least expected it, not that I took precaution in preventing it, meant that my life would change course in a major way. With an eerie calm, I intended on making this transition as pleasant as possible. First, I'll share on the short life I'd lived before the news, what I did to prepare for the baby, and our journey since the child has been in this world. I had my life perfectly planned out. I knew what I wanted to do and how to achieve it. Attend college, acquire a decent job, but most of all, get to see the world. I was in college, living, in my opinion, a life of luxury, depending on my parents for my every need and want. Carefree and responsible free, I had no worry in the world. Like my class schedule, I would attend parties and gatherings quite frequently. I remember once, on a whim, my friends and I left for Charlotte in the middle of the week because we had heard of a new party spot that had us so curious we had to try it. I barely missed social events. They were the culture, the norm, creating a balance with schoolwork and respite from the notoriety of school. But like most life-changing moments, it was pivotal to prepare for the impending transformation. I lost all my friends as their parents asserted that I was not a good example to their children. With a grain of salt, I disregarded the negativity and built strength on it. I had a baby on the way, for Pete's sake. I grew up. In an instant, it felt. Hurriedly, I acquired my first job, which allowed me to shop and gather items for the new role I would soon be assuming. Renting an apartment was the next step as I continued to embrace where life was taking me. Finally, the baby was here, and after becoming a mom, there were absolutely not enough words to describe the elation and tears, did I mention tears, that accompanied this adventure. Many changes, whether I was prepared or not, came with motherhood. I breastfed, a decision I'm still proud of to this day. I was able to work while the baby was in daycare. I was involved in every aspect of my daughter's life. At school age, I volunteered, went on field trips, and even won Volunteer Parent of the Year at her elementary school. Now, I cannot fathom any other life than the life I continue to live with my daughter. New experiences present themselves only because I became a teenage mom, and I am afforded these priceless adventures thanks to her. Change is inevitable. It manifests itself through numerous instances, whether it is a new job, a new house, moving to a different state, or even country. All these constitute change. Thus, they are turning points in people's lives. Back to my story, however. Having a child and raising her was my turning point. Giving you an insight on the life I had before my pregnancy, how I turned an otherwise disappointing event to raising my baby and enjoying the mommy role has been wonderful. Maybe some in the audience resonate with this event or know a mom in a similar situation who rose to the occasion. We have all experienced events that were turning points in our lives. How we reacted and responded has ultimately shaped us in some form or another. Becoming a teen mom was a shock. It has and continues to lead me to undiscovered paths and occasional detours. But what I will say is, I did not go where I initially intended. Nonetheless, I am where I need to be. My name is Evelyn, and I'm proud to be called Tatenda's mom. Thank you.